Hey guys, okay. Welcome everyone. Before we even get started, what channel are you guys seeing this on? I did not even know this was happening until about 10 minutes ago. So I am like way out of sync. So tell me what channel you guys are seeing this on, because I want to put it on. I don't even know what the press conference is on. Help me out, guys. What channel are you seeing this? Where are you seeing this? Hey, Stephanie. Yeah, I don't know where you guys are seeing this because I can't find it. WSAV. I think, no, they're not the ones that struck me.
We are on yet another day with no sign of little Quinton Simon. The toddler was last seen at his home on Wednesday morning. Tonight, the child is still considered a missing person. Chatham County's Police Chief Jeff Hadley says Quinton's case will stay that way until he has a reason to believe otherwise. This morning, Chief Hadley talked to County Commissioner.
Nah, that's a repeat. I'm looking on local news. That's what I'm saying. I don't see it. Maybe Facebook? They're pressing up for the press conference. Hold on, let me set this up. This is a press conference, but I don't see anything from the pool. So I want to keep that on screen though, just so we don't miss anything. But let me look on Facebook real quick. Hold on. Chatham Police Department, nothing. It's not on Facebook. Everything is from like 4 days ago. Yeah, there's nothing. Bones found in construction zone. All right, here we go.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. You guys ready?
Hope he realizes he has no sound. No, you're not timed out. Hope he realizes there's no sound yet. Dude, you have no sound.
As we continue our search for Quinton Simon, I want to update you on our aggressive efforts to find him. I want
my
to
God,
assure
really?
everyone that we are continuing to use every investigative resource available
This is
for us
great.
to locate little Quinton.
He has no sound.
We have conducted multiple interviews, executed multiple search warrants, and we've canvassed numerous specific
not me.
geographic areas. The day Quinton was reported missing, we requested the assistance
I mean,
of
am I
the
crazy
FBI.
or there's no sound in this?
They responded immediately and have been on the scene with our officers since that time. Today, there are more than 40 FBI
You can
agents
hear him? I can't.
and personnel on the ground in Chatham County working with our department to find Quinton. This includes all agents assigned to the Savannah and Brunswick resident agencies and professional staff, agents from other FBI offices, including members of the Child Abduction and Rapid Deployment Unit, and other subject matter experts.
I can't hear anything.
They have been continuously working with Chatham County Police Department for the last 5 days. We believe with the continued assistance of the FBI, we will have a resolution to this case. We understand that people far beyond Chatham County have become emotionally invested in this incident and the search for Quinton, and they want answers. We are committed to finding those answers, and we are committed to finding Quinton. With that said, I'll be happy to answer a few questions if you have.
You know, this has been going on for a while, and I think everybody
Resolution to this case. We understand that people far beyond Chatham County have become emotionally invested in this incident and the search for Quinton. Yes, and that's a very good answer. Very fair question. We are committed to finding. You know, we're looking at it from multiple fronts, and one of it being a criminal investigation, as well as, you know, a missing child at this point. We don't have anything confirmed, so we can't say anything absolutely. But it is fair to say that, you know, our efforts and the cooperation with the FBI, and then providing an abundance of resources to us, that we are looking at the criminal investigation aspect of it as well.
Chief, how are you looking at the criminal investigation? What people are you looking into? Is it turning towards family members or?
Everybody is being looked at. Everybody is being interviewed. Everybody that had contact with Quinton in the most recent time of his disappearance is being looked at, is being interviewed. And that's an enormous amount of work, obviously, that takes, and we are continuing to do everything that we can do to gather evidence if it's there. We have to follow, obviously, an investigative process. We have to follow the law. We have to get search warrants. You know, I know there's a lot of interest out there and probably some chatter of why haven't you done this and why haven't you done that. Well, we have a constitution to follow. We have the law to follow. Because we want to make sure we get it right. We want to make sure we do this as professionally and as expertly as we can. So if, and I say if, we have to prosecute anyone in this case, that we've done it right, that we don't lose evidence in an evidentiary hearing or anything like that. So, so we continue to work diligently, but we're going to work within the framework that we have to work in.
And what are the updates in the areas being searched? Where is it gone from, and where are you searching now?
Well, we went back today and researched the home in which he was last at. You know, trying to redouble our efforts and to kind of scrub, no pun intended, with scrub the area and make sure that we didn't miss anything.
We saw FBI agents outside the home. What was the purpose of them being there?
They're there to help us. It's a Chatham County Police Department investigation. They are here in a support role, and I can't thank them enough. You don't bring 40 people, and some from all over the country, without an enormous amount of effort and expense. You know, those agents left their homes and left their families to come here and help Chatham County look for little Quinton, and I can't be any more appreciative of that.
Chief, we filed open records request for the 911 call. For the body camera video from that initial response, it was denied today, and originally they said it was because this was a criminal investigation. The county attorney kind of backtracked and then gave us the law that you usually use in a criminal investigation. Why don't you want that out there? Why don't you want the public to hear this mother call 911?
We have to protect the integrity of the investigation, and that's first and foremost. I certainly understand people's interest in this case, your interest in this case, and I can appreciate that. But my responsibility and our responsibility is to do a professional investigation, that we don't do anything that impedes that we don't do anything that tarnishes the integrity of the investigation, and that's my sole responsibility for that.
Have any of the family members, are they still being cooperative, especially this mother, and have any of them told you that they don't want to talk anymore because they got lawyers?
I can't answer that question.
Chief, where are Leilani and Daniel right now? I mean, they are the parents and the boyfriend of this young boy, but we haven't seen them pleading to the public for help. Where are they right now?
I don't know where they are currently at this time. I do believe they've been staying at the residence, but I don't physically right now, as I'm talking to you, I don't know where they're at.
Do you know why it is that we have not seen them? They're not talking to us. They're not pleading to get their child back.
I don't have an answer for that.
There's
From the start
an
of the-
increase of activity in the area this morning. We saw Chatham County Fire, FBI at the house, a couple of looks like unmarked police vehicles. Is there a reason for increased activity today after kind of a drop off, at least at the house over the weekend?
As I just stated earlier, we were searching that residence again this morning.
I have a quick question for you, Chief. At this point in
And
your
then she has a
investigation, I know you can't speak specifically, but in cases like this, so you exhaust your first search, and now you're back into researching some of those, you said, targeted areas over the weekend. What happens next if no one's giving you tips, if there's no piece of evidence that changes this case? How long do you exhaust this, and then what do your investigators do after today?
Well, after today, I mean, I anticipate us working at least throughout the week. At some point, if I'm following your train of logic, that we may have to sit down and reevaluate where we're at. If we've exhausted everything that we think that we can do, if we ask ourselves that question and we think there's nothing else for us to do at this moment, then we got to sit down and reevaluate. But we're a long ways away from that.
And just from the start of the process of the investigation, now going on to Monday, do you feel like you all have gotten further along in the process of coming to some sort of conclusion?
I do.
What makes you believe that, if you don't mind me asking?
I can't get into any specifics of the case.
How you guys doing? I mean, this has got to be exhausting. You can tell that you look tired. I mean, how are you investigators doing? This is a tough case.
Thank you. Thanks for that question. I appreciate that. They're tired, but they're determined, and I couldn't be any prouder of them. They have worked 18-hour days since last Wednesday morning, along with the FBI and everybody else. I mean, they are all hands on deck. They are committed. They are working hard to try to bring a resolution to this case and find little Quinton. But thank you for asking. I appreciate
To
it.
springboard off of that, that sounds like you're stating out here saying that you guys will find out what happened.
I believe we will. I do.
Chief, you set up a tip, or your department set up a tip number over the weekend. Have y'all received any tips from it so far?
I believe we've received some, but we have to verify those, whether or not they're accurate, whether or not we can, follow up on any of that information. I don't have anything of substance. So I got one more question from you, and then
You actually took the words right out of my mouth.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for asking about our detectives, and I promise when we get something to report, we'll report it back out to you. Thank you so much.
Let me ask you just one more question. Has there been any contact with Quinton's biological father?
We have had contact with him, yes.
Is he at all, is he a suspect in this case? Has he been cleared?
He's not a suspect in this case.
Got it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
No, you're not timed out. Why does everyone think they're timed out or blocked? Alright. I also don't know why I couldn't hear it on my own computer. That was so weird. I never had that before. Alright, so what do we think, guys? I didn't hear the beginning, so I don't know what was said in the very beginning. But let me tell you my thoughts. Unfortunately, I have very little faith left in the FBI. And I'll tell you why. I used to think the FBI was like really good. And I used to think that if they were on a case, then nothing would go wrong. And that everything, you know, they'd find the killer or the kidnapper or whatever it is. And now I have zero faith in them. After seeing and hearing what I heard about Kylie's case, and that the FBI didn't even know that there were cameras, they never even bothered to look for the cameras, I got a problem with that. All of a sudden, my faith in the FBI has gone down dramatically. And I don't know if anybody else feels like that, but yeah, I'm not liking it at all. And I don't think the FBI is any better than anyone else at this point, because the last couple of cases, YouTubers have solved. Or Reddit. You got to add Reddit in. So the general public, who's not getting paid, by the way, not like the FBI or the police, and we're solving all these cases. So when people say that, oh, YouTubers aren't solving anything or YouTubers aren't doing, yeah, we are. We're doing a hell of a lot more than the police or anybody else. Granted, there's a lot more of us, but it's kind of sickening to me that I used to put a lot of faith into the FBI, and now, nah. Sorry, not going to happen. So yeah, it's very disappointing. Yeah, exactly. I thought they solved everything. And I just don't get it. It's sad. It's truly sad. No, but the FBI was involved in Kylie's case. They brought in the FBI to help them for resources and everything else. And if you're bringing in agents to help, then help. The police, the FBI, everybody should have known about these cameras. Somebody on Reddit should not have found these cameras before the FBI and the police. Sorry, not sorry, but they just shouldn't have. And it's absolutely disgusting. And it just gives me little faith in the police. It just does. So, alright, I know I look like shit. Let me get there. I know I look like shit. I'm about to stick labels on, and found out that there was a press conference, so I wanted to go live about it. So I'm not going to be on long. I'll be on probably like within an hour. I'm going to be off because I really got a lot of stuff to do. But I did want to discuss this. I also want to know what you guys think of this case, because I'll tell you what I think. I think definitively the mom or stepdad killed him. I think that something happened the night before. They had all that time to get rid of this body. They probably drove him to another state and buried him somewhere. And the police are looking all local, thinking that they may not have had all night, and they're going by the the boyfriend's word that, all right, Crystal, thank you. They're going by the boyfriend's word that he saw him at 6 o'clock. I don't believe he ever saw him at 6 o'clock. I believe something happened that night. The kid died and they did something. Whether it was an accident, whether it was intentional. You know, when you have people on drugs and little kids do not go hand in hand. You want them to be quiet. You shut them up. You do whatever you can do. It's happened more times than not. So I have a feeling maybe they were getting high. Something happened. Baby's dead. And baby went somewhere. But if they were smart, they brought him to another state to get rid of him. Because that's the only way that they're not going to find him. You know, they usually give it a couple of days. After a couple of days, they eliminate the search. They scaled back the search. And I think they're heading towards there, and probably by Thursday. So if you can get past the first week, odds are probably not going to be found, or they're going to be found much later. I don't believe that, wow, you even subbed. I don't believe that it was an accidental, and I don't think it was an accidental overdose or anything. Yeah, babysitter saw Quinton at 6 p.m. the night before. They had from 6 p.m. until 9:40. Here's the reason why I truly think it was the mom and dad that did something, or not dad, mom and boyfriend that did something, because she said, or I don't remember who it was she told, but she told somebody that Quinton was picked up by his dad, which was a complete lie. Why would you say that if you didn't do anything to your child? Think about it. Why would you say that then? There's no reason for you to say that the child was picked up by his father when that was a complete lie. So that tells me they absolutely 100% they did something to that child. There's no other reason why they would lie like that. Just none. So yeah, I even put it on subs only to get them out, and they actually subbed up just to come in here. It's wild. It is another Megan Boswell. I agree with that. That's a good analogy, Connie. So if you guys aren't familiar with Megan Boswell, she was a young girl who had a baby, who's very cute, who, went missing, and she blamed the mother, she blamed the grandmother, and then turns out that she brutally murdered this child. It's sick. Zero post on mom's Facebook asking, oh, no shit, Ruby? Yeah, I haven't checked the mom's Facebook yet. They do love me, White Lotus. I agree. The grandparents were out of town working. So, yeah, I definitely don't think the grandparents are involved. But if you're not familiar with the story, so the grandparents actually had custody of the two boys. The grandparents were out of town on work. They were gone for like 5 weeks. And the baby was alone with the mother and the boyfriend. They were in the process of trying to evict them. The mom was trying to evict them. And because she was trying to evict them, all this went through the courts already. So when they got home, they wanted the daughter and her boyfriend to be out of the house. So it's kind of wild timing that all of a sudden the kid goes missing right as the two were about to get evicted. Why would you kill a child to not get evicted? Because believe me, you're going to get evicted and end up in jail for the rest of your life. Is it worth it? No. Some neighbors say that they've seen the babies walk out in the neighborhood previously. Someone else says no. The reason why I don't believe that the babies went out on their own or was kidnapped or anything was because of the steps the mom took. The biological mom. She called the babysitter at 5:30 in the morning and said, there's no, we don't need you today. Okay, why don't you need a babysitter? You always had a babysitter. I've been watching this kid for 6 months, but they didn't need the babysitter at 5:30. The boyfriend said last time he saw the baby was at 6 o'clock, which I believe is also a total lie. I think everything about it is a complete lie. Yeah, exactly. She found a new place to lay her head now for life. I agree with that one. Oh, it was the police she told. I couldn't remember who she told, if it was a neighbor, if it was the babysitter. But yeah, she told the police that the biological father picked him up. Which, why would you tell the police that? Just why? Said she watched him. Yeah, the babysitter said she watched him even when she wasn't working. Now, the babysitter is kind of whack, too. Did you guys see the video with the babysitter? the full video that the babysitter put up. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll play it. It's wild. Wild, wild. Hang on. Was it? It was yesterday. What? Hang on. All right.
Like you left them for weeks with somebody you were concerned about. And I'm curious why that.
All right, mute. I'm gonna mute, and we're gonna play this. Y'all get ready, cause y'all get ready.
I'm gonna let a few more people come on before I start talking. I come on a little early.
Can y'all hear it? Okay.
Shit, she got her own channel? What? Oh, this is Facebook.
I'm using Queen Bee Stream because honestly, she's the only one I know that had it. So you may hear some voices in the background. That's why.
Okay, never mind.
No,
Yeah.
this is Facebook Live. That shit, we got it. Girl, it was sent to me an email. I downloaded that shit and put it right up here. Nope.
Good. Good. Yeah, we can hear it. It sounds good.
I'm not using nobody else's stuff. This video is on my channel. It's my video. So boom.
There you go. We can hear it. It sounds good.
And like I said on my Facebook, I'm not coming on here to start drama. I'm not an attention seeker. So I don't want anyone to think that, like, I'm not. And I wasn't even going to say anything until what happened today. And this is not directly about Quinton. I don't know any more than y'all do know about Baby Q. It's just something that happened today that I wanted to get straight, clear the air. Stand up for myself, definitely. So, what time is it? What time is it? Okay.
Jesse, this is the neighbor's interview, baby. This is the neighbor night.
I told everybody 8, but I wanted to go ahead and let some people get on.
Y'all want me to speed it up a little bit?
There's a lot of people right now sending me
yeah, she talks slow as fuck. You probably can.
Honestly, I don't know how to get off and then accept it and get on. So I'm just gonna stay on here. Hopefully I did make it public so everybody should be able to see. Someone just sent me a message saying when you get on, if you put at everyone, then it'll share with everyone. All right, I guess.
My question is, did she think she's like a celebrity or something? That all these, that she was going to have 500 people watching her live? Like, nobody even knew who she was. But I don't know if that's what she's waiting for or what, but it was weird.
Start. There's a lot of people. Okay. So, as everyone knows, and I have got so many messages why I'm not talking out and why I'm not saying nothing. Because I didn't feel like it was my place. I did keep Quinton, and I'm gonna start from the beginning. How I met Billy Joe and Leilani is through a lady that used to go to my church, Miss Sandra. Her and her mother, Miss Audrey, they're very awesome people. And she called me and told me the situation, and asked me if I was interested. The next day, I got a call from Billy Joe, asking me if I could keep her 2 grandbabies, and I said yes. Going in, I had never met them. I didn't know the situation that was going on with Leilani, Billy Joe, Danny, none of them. I started keeping them, and I didn't know anything at all. And then the more I seen a lot of stuff, and I was concerned. No, I did not call these facts because I voiced all my questions and concerns to Billy Joe, the grandmother. She told me that she had custody of the boys. I didn't know why. She didn't tell me that. But they were staying with Leilani. Billy Joe worked out of town. So when I started seeing things that wasn't quite right, I would call Billy Joe and I would tell her. I would text her. She didn't answer. She was at work. And I talked to Leilani. Several times the boys were outside. One particular morning, they were outside in the ditch. My daughter seen them and come running in. We went down there. Leilani was nowhere in sight. I called Billy Joe. She got in contact with Leilani. Leilani was home. She was just in the house somewhere. They would drop them off with no diapers. They would drop them off with no pull-ups. And when the baby came, Sky, they wouldn't send no milk. 2 days, I had to call Danny because Leilani wouldn't answer me, which is her fiance, to bring me milk for Sky. I kept texting Billy Joe. My daughter took pictures and sent them to Billy Joe of Quinton having bruises. Everything that I'm telling you can be backed up. This is not hearsay. This is not me trying to get attention. Who wants to get attention over a baby? We sent her pictures. I sent her multiple texts. She texted me back one day and she said, okay, I'm tired of this. I want you to keep the babies permanently until I can get back home. I told her I would, and I did. So it was about 2 to 3 hours later, she calls me back. She said, well, I'm going to give Leilani a chance. You know, she's a young mother. I've got to be able to try to trust her. She said, I did a lot of bad things. I got my kids taken away, and I want Leilani.
That is the one question I have. Why did she have her kids taken away too? Why do all these people have their kids taken away? I don't get it.
I want her to know that she can do anything she wants to do, and I'm going to support her. So I didn't keep them day and night. Leilani made it clear to me that she didn't want me to keep them like her mother had wanted me to. So I kept them during the day. They dropped them off at between 5:30 and 6, and they picked them up. Was supposed to, their schedule was 3:30, but sometimes they worked over and said, her boyfriend would text me and say, I need to work a couple extra hours to make up hours. So can you keep them until 6? I would do that. We fed them. We took them places. I love them. They're kids. Like, who's not going to love a kid? So that's a little backstory of how I even met them. Okay, now let's get to the day that this happened. I keep them every day, Monday through Friday. I kept them sometimes at night. At 5:29, they text me. No, I'm sorry. Tuesday afternoon, they went home at 4:30, 5 o'clock. I got up in the morning at 5 o'clock on Wednesday because they usually got here around 5:30, 6 o'clock. I get a text at 5:29 saying, from Danny, the kids are not coming. Leilani is with them. I put okay. Was it a little unusual? Yes, because even when she was off, I had them. She didn't know that we could see her. They sit on the front porch, but if me and the kids, and my kids too, but mine are basically grown, would go to leave, she would be on the front porch smoking, but she would duck and run inside so we wouldn't see her. But I had no problem keeping the babies. Was it for money? No, it wasn't. I charged them. I didn't even charge them for Sky. I charged them for the 2 boys, and it was $15 a piece, $30 a day. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So I text Danny, okay. Didn't hear nothing back from him. I got up. My husband went to work around 7:30. We was outside. My son also lives on this road, so he was going to work as well around 8:30. From 7:30 until 8:30, we was outside. We did not see Quinton. Nowhere. Okay. So then me and my girls, we go to McDonald's. They wanted McDonald's. I live on Chatham Parkway. The McDonald's is literally right down the road. On our way back, I get a text from Danny. He says, have you seen Quinton? I said, no, why? Well, immediately I called him and he said they couldn't find Quinton. Okay. So me and my oldest daughter here with me, we go over there. We get in the car and we go over there. I let my other daughter out. When we get over there, I asked, okay, he's a little boy. He likes to play and seek. He likes to get in my daughter's closet and play. He could be in a closet. He could be in a cabinet. You know, maybe he's playing hide and seek. Me and my daughter help you look. They didn't want that. He stood there. He looked at me with the most coldest look I've ever seen and said, we've already looked. I said, okay. So I stood there for a minute and I looked around outside of where I was. Leilani was smoking a cigarette and Danny was standing there. And I go to get in my car. I was going to call Billy Joe, and I did call Billy Joe. She didn't call him. Leilani didn't call the police until I said, have you called the police? And then she calls the police. So we started to leave. Cops came behind me. I could not leave. I guess they said whatever was on the property had to stay there until after they checked everything. So I left. I came back maybe about 30 minutes later. I asked Leilani and Danny, I said, do you want me to take Zane home? So, you know, y'all got a lot going on. She said yes. Danny said yes. I asked them to get me some shoes for the baby. They got me shoes. I came home. I called Billy Joe. Billy Joe had no idea. I've never spoke badly about Billy Joe. But today, she came to my house after I told her, I text her. She called me at 6:30 this morning. I'm sorry, I'm everywhere because this has been a lot. She called me at 6:30 this morning. We were talking. Everything was good. I texted her. I told her I was going to cook, that we were going to get flyers and put them everywhere of Quinton, and that we was going to do a prayer circle over here. Never said that we was going to do a memorial for Quinton because I didn't believe he was alive or that he had passed. Never did I say that. And I can back all this up because we have cameras. Like everything I'm saying to you, I can back up. And it's just ridiculous. So she told me basically not to text her no more because she thought that I was overstepping. Well, I am just the babysitter, but I took care of them kids when their mother didn't take care of them. And I don't really have nothing to say bad about Danny because he would actually ask me these last few weeks, Miss Michelle, did the kids have everything they need? Do they have pull-ups? Because Leilani wouldn't do that. Now, another thing I want to get to, Billy Joe, after she barged in my house, after all that, she come down the road. I don't live far from her. She barged in my house. This is all on camera. I jump out my chair. She gets in my face, cussing me. I cussed her back. I said some pretty bad words. Yes, I did. Because she barged in my house. Okay. My daughter was also recording. She tried to take the phone from my daughter. She told me that she thought I took her grandbaby. Like, that is the worst thing that you could ever said to me. That is worse than punching me in the face. She did not hit me. I'm not scared of her. She didn't hit me. She just yelled in my face a lot, but I yelled right back. Okay. She said that I had sold her grandbaby. How do you do that? Someone that has been good to your grandkids, someone that has 6 kids of her own that are grown. How do you do that to somebody? And then she started screaming all the way down the road from my neighbors to here. And like, I don't care because they know me. They know the person I am. And then she started saying that she paid $700 for my kids to go to Splash in the Burris. My kids are grown. Okay. She asked me to take Quinton and Zane. Yes, she did buy the tickets. Just like I told the FBI agent, I never use them tickets. Them tickets are still there. The ticket thing is still on my phone. I never took her grandkids. I never took mine. She's never did nothing for me. I literally did not charge them a lot of money to keep these babies because I was worried about these babies. And not only me, there's neighbors up and down this road that has seen these babies outside. And I'm getting a lot of mad faces, and that's okay because I have the truth. Every text that I have sent Billy Joe is on these phones. Every text, every conversation I've had with Billy Joe is recorded in my house. So the FBI can check this. I don't care. Like, I never want to go bash nobody. I am a Christian, but a Christian can stand up for herself, especially when you accuse me of stealing your grandbaby. I would never do that. I don't have anything on my record. I've never had defects at my house. My kids are grown. My kids have done really good. Like, and I have no reason to judge anybody. I mean, I've did stuff in my life. I'm not perfect, but never the stuff like that. And I just love these kids. And I didn't steal nobody. I didn't do anything wrong. So she can bash me all she wants to, but God don't like ugly. And it's going to come back on her for doing this 100%. So somebody keeps asking me,
Let me just say, anybody that constantly uses religion as a fallback, I have a problem with. What the hell did that mean? Oh, a Christian can fight back. What the hell did your religion have to do with fighting back? If someone can tell me, I would love to know, because I just can't stand when people use religion as a fallback, like that makes them credible or something. No.
Did I think Leilani do I think Leilani done it? I'm going to tell you this, that a mother that lets her kids outside, that doesn't watch them, that numerous people have seen, that they're bruised, they're dirty, and there's plenty of evidence of this. You tell me what you think.
Okay, not for nothing, but kids outside get dirty. Just saying.
I told Billy Joe my concerns. I sent her stuff, and she didn't listen to me. So she can't blame anybody but herself for what has happened. Nobody. And I see a lot of people commenting, but I can't do that. I can't answer all these questions right now. I don't know much about what's going on over there. I don't know what the FBI is saying. I did talk to the FBI. They checked my cameras. I told them I would when I called the police today on her, because I was going to press charges. You can't just bust in someone's house, and I'm still going to do it. I'm calling a lawyer Monday morning. You can't just bust in someone's house and then try to take their daughter's cell phone and hit their hand. You can't do that. Like, that's not allowed.
Okay, and she's calling a lawyer. Come on now. The woman is missing her child, and you're going to call a lawyer because she pissed you off. Come on. Give me a break.
But this got out of hand. This is about Quinton. This is about Monkey. And yes, I am just a babysitter, I guess. But I watched out for them kids more than their mother ever did. So you can say what you want about me, have all the opinions you want, but it doesn't matter, because I know the truth and other people know the truth. And that is exactly what I wanted to say. That's it. I'm praying that Quinton is still alive. I'm hoping he is. I would love to just be able to see his face. He is a precious child. So is Zane. So is Sky. I don't know what happened to him, but I know what they went through. I know what their mother didn't do for these kids. And she didn't. So this is what I wanted to say. I wanted to come on here and say that Billy Joe can spread all the lies that she wants about me. It is about finding this baby, this precious baby. And God is in this situation. God knows. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. God does. But it'll all come out. Everything that happened will come out. So hate me, like me, I don't care. This is the truth. It is my side, but it is the truth. And like I said, I told the FBI, they have all these phones. They have all the messages where I've sent. Literally, Quinton come over the other day with bruises, belt bruises on his arm and on his neck. I text Billy Joe. I never got a text back.
Right there, belt.
So I don't know what happened to these babies. I just know that this baby. I just know that I didn't do anything to the baby. We loved him. So I don't know what happened to these babies. I just know that this baby. I just know that I didn't do anything to the baby. We loved him. And I think that it's not okay for Billy Joe just to come in my house and uninvited and do what she thinks she can do and spread rumors about me. It's lies. So that's all I got to say.
Here's my question. Spread rumors. I'm worried about rumors. Who fucking cares? There's a missing 20-month-old. Who cares about the rumors? Deal with it after the kid is found, dead or alive. But for you to act like it's all about your reputation, who is she telling this to? Your neighborhood church? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not built like that. Like, I am a much stronger person. Spread all the rumors you want. I don't give a shit. Like, it plays no effect on my life. Who you telling it to? You know? If people know her, the people that know her, and the people that don't matter. So who fucking cares? I don't know. That's how I see it.
Yes,
I think I
told me
rewinded
that
it
she
too
had
far, but
custody of the
damn.
boys. I'm answering a question. She did tell me she had custody of the boys and that Leilani did not. And like I said, I've never said nothing bad about Billy Joe, but she come after me for no reason. I know she's got emotions right now, and people, already comment on my thing. Well, you shouldn't do this to the grandma. Well, she shouldn't do it to me, because I was the one that was here with the babies, and all I was doing was trying to tell.
Here's a news flash, lady. It's not about you. I know that you think it is, but it's not about you.
Her what was going on. So if I'm a bad person for that, then let me be a bad person for that.
You're a bad person for not reporting the fucking belt marks on.
Could I go through the timeline again? Okay, at 5:29, I got a text on Wednesday morning saying that from Danny that they was not coming. Leilani was with them. Then at 9 o'clock, I got a text from Danny asking me if I had seen him. I said no. I called him immediately. He said they couldn't find him. I went over to their house. She did not end up calling the police until after I got there. It was about 9:35, 9:40 when they finally called the police. And literally that's all I know. All I know is what I seen, and not just me. It's more people down here, this road. What I seen when they were with Leilani. That's what I seen. I never said that I was their mother. I'm not their mother. I'm just someone that cares. That's it. I'm just someone that cares. And sometimes I think that gets me in trouble because I care too much. But yes, that's all I got to say. I just wanted to set the record straight. I just wanted everyone to know what was going on. But I have texts, all the texts that Billy Joe and me text today. I never cussed her. I never said anything bad to her, negative. She just went off on me for no reason. But I can back everything up. Everything can be backed up. So I'm going to let it go after this. I'm not going to worry about it no more. And I'm going to put it in God's hands. That's all I can do. So thank you all for watching. I know everybody on here, there's so many people around the world that is praying for Monkey. I called him Monkey. Me and my girls called him Monkey. And he would just smile ear to ear. And he smiled with his eyes when you called him Monkey. He just smiled so big. But we're praying. We still have faith. And that's all I got to say. But thank you guys that joined. Thank you for the positive remarks that's been coming in. And thank you to those who just are bashing me. It's okay. I know. So, all right. Well, I hope y'all guys have a good night. If you have any more questions, I can try to answer them in my message. This is really just overwhelming to me, everything that's going on. Yes, ma'am. I do not think Billy Joe is innocent because, like I said, I got in contact with her several times about what was going on.
Then if she's not, neither are you.
But if you're going to blame me for this, and I've been so good to your grandkids, I'm going to tell you how I feel. I feel like you should have come when I text you all them things and told you what was going on, because them babies needed you, and you wasn't there. So
now them babies needed help, and nobody was there.
My truth, that is the truth. So y'all guys have.
I was just gonna say she didn't show up when she didn't do what she's a mandated reporter. If she should have reported that. Why you want to sit here and talk about the grandma? No.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Clarissa. Fly, I have something for you. I don't want to forget.
All right. I think we got a super chat. All right. I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
Fly, that was for you from earlier. Okay, so what do we think about this? I'll tell you what I think. Some of you guys brought up some really, really good points. I have never seen a belt mark. I wouldn't know what a belt mark looks like. So it's interesting that she said that. And that somebody, I don't remember who it was in chat that pointed it out, but you're right. I don't know what a belt mark looks like. I've never seen one, never had one. No idea. So that was an interesting point. Like, how would she even know what a belt snap look like, or a belt welt look like? How would you know unless you've hit someone with a belt? If she saw marks on that child and didn't report it, then expect to be blamed. I agree with that. And I also understand taking yourself out of the situation. I totally understand why the grandmother doesn't want to actually blame her own daughter and is going to blame the babysitter. I get it. I totally get it. I don't blame her. I wouldn't want to look at my daughter. I wouldn't want to say it's my daughter. I would blame someone else. And we don't know what the daughter said to the mother either. She could have said the babysitter had her. I didn't do this. The babysitter's lying. We have no idea. And she has no idea. But, you know, imagine being a grandmother. My mom would freak out if something happened to one of my kids. She would be, you know, if there was a babysitter involved, you would just freak out. So I don't know. Oh, you got the belt growing up? I've never hit my kids. Hey, Diane. But you asked where my son was working in Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery is about an hour and a half from me, I believe. Maybe she was a victim of being belted. I don't know. It's the only way that I can see that she would even know what it looked like. Yeah, cares enough to take care of for $30 a day. But doesn't report anything. These horrible bruises. These kids being in a ditch. I don't know. I've never been hit with a belt. But I'll tell you this much, that also I find very, very odd. And by the way, welcome, Kay. What I find very, very very odd is the waiting a couple of hours to report. All right, I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. We were in a store. Me and my sister-in-law, her twins, my twins, and Dayton. Dayton was walking, but he had to be probably around 2. The twins knew never leave my side. They were great. Dayton, on the other hand, was Dayton and was all over the place. My sister-in-law got to the store. I'm walking around looking for clothes for the kids. Dayton's with me. He's in his, stroller. And then he decided he was going to get out. Okay. I turn around and talk to my sister-in-law. And all of a sudden, I turn around and Dayton's gone. I'm calling his name. No Dayton. I'm looking all around now. I'm starting to welt up. I'm starting to get tears. I'm separating the kids. My sister-in-law's looking for him. We're all looking for him. He's nowhere to be found. I am panicking. This is all within a matter of like 2 minutes. I am panicking. I'm crying like, oh my God, where is my son? My son was kidnapped. Where is he? Looking all over the store. It is the worst feeling in the world. The worst. And anyone that's ever experienced it, you know what I'm talking about. The worst. All of a sudden, and I'm like, Shauna, should we call the police? What do we do? And the store clerk is like, we'll lock the door. And I was like, what if they try to get back in? I'm panicking. Like, my head is all over the place. I don't even know where the twins are at this point because I'm panicked. Where is my son? About 30 seconds later, I'm like, call the police. He's missing. Like, he's not in this store. We checked everywhere, thinking he was like, hiding within the clothes, something. He's not in the store. About, I would say 15 to 30 seconds later, this guy walks in with Dayton. He comes running up to me. I'm hysterical crying. Like, at this point, I'm in hysterics. And I was hugging him like, where were you? And it seems that his truck, he went outside to play. And he happened to be almost under a car. And the guy, thank God, saw him when he went to get in his car, that there was feet sticking out of his car. And sticking out from underneath. He asked him, where is your family? Where's your mom? In there. So he brought him back in. Thank God. Meanwhile, Dane never left my side after that. But the paranoia, I couldn't even imagine waiting 3.5 hours to call him or to call the police. Like, I was ready to call the police in a matter of 2 minutes. I could not even imagine having my child and I can't find him for 3 hours, allegedly 3 hours, and I don't call the police till the babysitter gets there. That's the other reason why I feel like the parents are guilty. Like, I was so lucky. See, Clarissa, yeah, it's scary. Just turning around and not seeing your child and just Where are they? And they're nowhere to be found. And you're calling their name. So I just could not imagine 3 hours that I'm going to wait to call the police. Oh, no. I would have called the police within 2 minutes. Literally 2 minutes. And yeah, I just couldn't even imagine waiting that long when I have a child missing. Nope, sorry, not going to happen. So that's the other reason why I think they're guilty. We cannot do this to yet another innocent person. No, I'm not talking about the babysitter, Michelle. I'm talking about the parents. I don't think the babysitter did anything. I think the babysitter's just an attention whore. I think the babysitter sees the need that, oh, here's my, chance to make it on social media or something. She's got like 5 different Facebooks. It's really weird. It is the most hopeless feeling. I agree. Can't imagine being a babysitter of a child who's missing. I agree with that too. Clarissa, I hear you. Dayton said to me, do you want me to walk home? I'm like, no, I'll get you. Don't worry about it. I'll get you. Exactly, Lori. It happened to me at a mall when the kids were little. I think it was Dayton again, happened to veer off. And it was like a Halloween thing. And I was with my friend Dennis. It was 2010, so Dayton had to be 3. And it was either Dayton or Phoenix. And everyone's in Halloween costumes. And we lost him in the mall. And we told the security guard immediately. And they found him within like a minute. But it's just a really scary feeling to turn around and your kid's not there. Well, I'm sorry I woke you, dude. Relax. But no, I don't think the babysitter did anything per se. I don't think she has anything to do with it. Put Dane on a leash? Believe me, I almost did. He was just all over the place. Where the twins, I scared the life out of them. Someone's going to kidnap you and kill you if you leave my side. But that's because there's 2 of them. But they were great. They were easy. To this day, they don't leave my side. But Dayton, you always had to look around. Yeah, I woke Fluffer. He like jumped. So it's scary. Angela's lie with the mom and boyfriend. I totally agree. Yeah, I don't think the grandma's involved. I don't think the babysitter's involved. But, I will say this though, for everyone that's coming down on the babysitter, like you should have done something. Yes, she should have, but hindsight's 20/20. Yeah, she should have done something and she could have called CPS, but you still don't think that a kid is going to go missing. You still don't think that if you don't call CPS that it's going to go missing. Yeah, we all have that one kid with no fear. Exactly. Well, it doesn't matter now. Now he's almost 15 and he's 6'3". I heard somebody say today, I was listening to someone, they said, oh, I can't believe my son is 5'9" in 9th grade. Pfft, bitch, my son is 6'3" in 9th grade. I did. I scared my twins to death. Dayton never listened. Hey, Harley. Dayton never listened. Nobody did anything. All the neighbors didn't either. I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. And I don't believe that the parents are innocent. I don't. Not the parents, the mom. But grandma, she would address the parents. Oh yeah, he's taller than Phoenix. He's about an inch taller than Phoenix. Phoenix not happy. Because they never got along. The grandmother said that the boyfriend didn't really do anything. And that it was constant fighting in the house and the drug use, and it was too much tension, so she was kicking them out. And I guess they didn't want to leave on their own. That's not a boy, it's a ladder. Yeah, he's a big boy. Yeah, ruining their property. Son's date was very good. That was Dayton's date. Called the police in about 2 to 3 minutes. And had everyone searching it. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't wait 3 hours. Clarissa, my family grew up in New York City, and my niece was taking the subway at like 12. I was like, that's insane. I would never, ever. Hey, Tony. But it seemed to be okay. I mean, she's still alive. She's still fine. Oh, I'm the smallest of my family. All 3 of my kids tower over me. Hey, Mark. But I'm telling you, I just think that the parents are guilty. Mom had a shady past. The daughter has a shady past. They say their daughter's on drugs, which just makes perfect sense. That they didn't want to deal with the kid. They didn't want to get evicted. Hopefully they didn't kill the kid. And that maybe they gave him away. But he didn't just get up and walk away. I'll tell you that much. What year was that with your niece? Because now I wouldn't. Oh, she's now 24. So 10 years ago, 11 years ago. I don't think the mom or stepfather, or I guess boyfriend, I don't know what it is, are completely guilty. Wait, what? Exactly, Diane. Panic if I lose the remote, let alone a child. You're right, even when the dogs disappear. Almost drowned once. I think every parent had that exact same story of looking away for 1 second and something happens. Absolutely. You know, but there are certain things you don't do. You don't leave a kid in a bathtub alone. You know, one that can't swim. You don't leave your door wide open for your dog or your kid to get out. I mean, certain things you just don't do. And to say that a 20-month-old just disappeared, that's why I don't believe the story of the other monkey. Not today, Dee. I'll do one tonight. I'm getting off in a few minutes. Because I got to get some work done. But, you know, what's the other monkey? Michael Vaughn. I think the parents did something. I really do. Kids just don't get up and walk out. I mean, some do. But you take precautions on your door. All these shitty parents, I agree. 4? What do you mean 4? Yeah, I don't know if there's any CPS involvement. I think if there was, CPS would have been at their door already. I think. I'm just kind of guessing. I agree, Ruby. You should have to pass to have children. Bonnie, that's what I say. Ah, happy birthday, Clarissa. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Clarissa. Happy birthday to you. Everyone heard that Laura's going live tonight? Pinky promise. Yes, Pinky promise. Yeah, I got to get back on schedule. And so this way you guys know every night 8:30. But I've just been off track because I've had so much to do. I don't understand having a third child when the first 2 are taken away. I agree with that too. I don't know how CPS couldn't be involved. But I also, you know, here's the other thing about the babysitter that I find really sketchy. Is she was saying, oh, don't take the kids because I have, don't take the kids because I want to give my daughter another chance. But you are already keeping the kids. You already have custody. Hello? So how is that giving her another chance? I'm sorry, but a baby is a life. You don't give chances with a little child's life. Sorry, but you just don't. Story is so sad. I don't understand how he's gone by 5:30 already. What do you mean? There's an open case of workers of scheduled visits unless they get a new referral. Hey, Tim. I wish I was 36 again. 36 was great. 3 a.m. is morning, not night. Yeah, what do you mean about 3 a.m.? Hey, Britt. Having scheduled live with teens at a business has to be hard. Oh, I know, but I have to. It's the only way to grow is to really do the same time every day so everybody knows what time to be here. So that's why I have to do it. It's slowly growing on me. Thank you, Be For You. First I was like, but now I've been subscribed for a few weeks. I get it. That usually happens, Be For You. Yes, I'm going live tonight, 8:30. Like I said, I have to get back on my normal scheduled time. Because I know a lot of people like when I just, pop up. But then people don't know when to look for me and everything else. So, me too, Care. I wish I was 36 again. Babysitter was on a punt. Yeah, I heard Ziggy interviewed her. What was that? I thought it was a news thing. And don't forget, the weekend, me and Dayton's weekend away is coming up. The 20th. 10 more days. So I won't be around from the 20th to the 24th. Yes, D. And I'll do an open panel tonight. Babysitter was told not to come by 5:30. Do you think it is appropriate to say that I think he would, yeah, I do, Britt. I think he was harmed the night before, and they had all that time to get rid of him. And I hate to use that words, but I'm just being real. I had Dayton at 36, Clarissa. And Dragonfly, I'm going to start doing my candle channel. I'm just waiting for the rest of my inventory. And then I'm going to start up a candle channel. I mean, I have one. I just got to get YouTube. I don't remember the password. I don't even remember the email that I signed up. I used like a troll email and I can't remember it. Yeah, she said she wanted to trust the mother more to the babysitter, allegedly. I don't know if that's true. We don't know if that's true. I don't know what to believe. But like I said, when she keeps throwing in the religion, it kind of, it turns me off. Being religious has nothing to do with this missing baby. Ah. See, all mine are young. That's why it keeps me young. Treated me like I was geriatric. Yes, candle channel. From beginning to end. Is it going to be a channel? Yes, it's going to be all about candles. From manufacturers that I use to mistakes that I've made, how I make candles, what wicks I use, everything. Different testing, different scents that I'm testing, how I test them, a full kit and caboodle candle channel. It's going to be weird starting from scratch, though. That's why I'm going to try to get into this account. I just can't remember the email. I kind of remember it, but I can't remember it in total. But I already have memberships on there and stuff, and I just got to get back into it. 18 months, 18, 17. I had 3 in diapers at the same time. That was rough. Nowadays, I don't even know if I could do it. Exactly. Religion has nothing to do with it. As detailed as she makes me think, did she really see this stuff? I agree. Because a real Christian is supposed to be a temple of Christ and hold their temper. But that's bullshit. That is complete BS. That's what they want you to believe. But it's BS. No forgot email, but no, I forgot the email that the account is in. It's been a while since I signed in. And I can't remember the email. I tried. I cannot remember it. And it's a monetized channel already, which is why I want to use it. I just can't remember it. Which is not good. I just got to figure it out. And I looked in like saved emails, saved passwords. Nope, nowhere to be found. And it's not in old text messages because it's, oh, you know what? I think I might be able to find it. Maybe. But I have to really look through 2 years worth of text messages. And then maybe I can find it. 3 in diapers, 17 years ago. Though Jesus overturned the tables of money charters, Bible scripture says, be wrathful without sinning. So why'd you throw out I'm a Christian? Exactly. It makes them suspicious. I agree. It just doesn't add up. Oh. I woke you. Fluff is a Christian, right? Right? Say nope. He's like, bitch, I was sleeping. And you woke me. Yeah. All right. I am going to get down because I got to put labels on. And I got to get stuff wrapped and out of here. But I will see you guys tonight at 8:30. I will do an open panel so everyone can say what they want about the case. Everyone can talk about the case. But I'm going to get off now so I can get some work done so I can be here at 8:30. So I will see you guys tonight. Thank you guys for the Super Chat and PayPal and Cash App and everything else. So I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30. And we can talk about religion. We can talk about whatever you guys want. All right? I will see you guys tonight. Peace. 8:30 p.m. Central Time.